Back here in Pittsburgh, we go to the ninth. Terry Carpenter up now for the Tigers.
That's out.
Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. Still one challenge left for them.
Nope.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Ball 3.
3-2 to the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Up next to the Tigers.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Spencer Torkelson. This one popped up, foul ground, first base side. 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. And next up for the Tigers, Pete.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
That's too low.
That's
and that's ball 1. 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Sharp pitched a clean inning for the save.
Well, this guy came out of the bullpen and went right to work, Boo. You could see the focus and concentration while he was pitching. He did his part to help.
All set to start the ninth in this one. So here's the Brewers DH, Cedric Mullins. Here's your 1. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swings and misses. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Just misses with that one. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
High fly ball, right field. Reynolds gets under it, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 22.
Vaughn leading things off and takes a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seemed to help. Never helped me.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Slams off the bottom of the wall. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Sharp. Ready to go after the leadoff double.
Yeah, this is where mound presence matters a little bit. You got to show that you're still in charge.
And that bunted towards third. So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now the shortstop, Joey Ortiz. Swings through that one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping the gas.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Just 1 out remaining for the Brewers. McKinstry.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Lays off for a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count even 1-1.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second. Sharp with his 20th save of the campaign in this one.
Boogie.
Now for the Pirates, number 22, David.
And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was out front. The Cubs need to rally if they're going to extend their win streak. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts.
Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Pirates even this series up at a game apiece. Sharp didn't allow any runs and got the save.
That was a really strong performance out of the bullpen.
Number 22.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball. Bottom of the 9. Here's the Reds catcher, Will Banfield. That one ripped but foul. Here comes the 0-1. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
3.
He goes down looking. Back to the top of the order now. Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And a big swing and a miss. Sharp goes 6 feet 3 inches, 225 pounds. A former first-round pick back in 2025. Steer in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. The Buccos trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and that's the ball game. Sharp delivered some scoreless relief for them.
Managers dream of having a reliever who pitched like he did in this one, Boog. Came out of the pin.
Scott leading things off and takes a strike. On the ground. And that one finds its way through. And the leadoff man aboard. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. And a foul ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense.
Oh, nice stop on a slide. And they get the out.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great. Reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
That's a base hit. The run comes in to score from second. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2. That one lifted to left. Mangum settles under this one. Brings it in. One out left for the Cardinals. Luis Ariz stands in. 0-1.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Sharp is just one strike away.
Nope.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
That's
That
a ball.
one missed.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against us.
Out to short. And that'll do it. Sharp got the save, though it was a bit bumpy at times.
Wasn't flawless out there, Boog, but I like what we saw from him. Teams won't win many games without relievers who can perform like he did in this one.
Now pitching for the Pirates, number 22, David.
Fly ball down the line. Reynolds trying to get there. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Mangum takes it in for the out. One down. Kim now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Just a slow ground ball this time. And he beats it. He's safe.
Not every base hit is a liner into the gap, just like not every strikeout's a perfect slider down and away. I mean, right
That's
there,
ball.
he just put the ball in play on the ground and gave it his all to get down to first for the knock.
That's a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That
That's
one
out the
just
corner.
misses. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The Pirates trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth. This one in the air center field. Brings it in. So they're down to their final out. And up next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it.
Got it. That's the ball game. Sharp didn't allow any runs and got the save.
Good work.